Niche fan, I wanted Qatar. Yep. We would be on top. I think Infos would have done things differently if they'd owned 100% of United. Oh, right. Lee, I'm assuming you mean Ineos would have done things differently if they'd owned 100% of United. Maybe. Who knows? But the thing is, Ineos are in charge of the footballing project at Manchester United. So, I mean, they're in charge of that. So they can do whatever they want in terms of the footballing side of things. I mean, fair enough. They might not be able to spend loads of money. They might not have loads of money for transfers. Fair enough. But I think they could have, I don't know. I think they could have been a little bit more sensitive in the way they've gone about certain things, to be quite honest. Yeah, niche fan, Qatar would have been better for us. None of this seat lease BS. I agree. Yeah, Lee, I understand what you were saying there, pal. Bang, bang, Pat for life. I'll trust me. I haven't finished with the CR7 debate, but right now I'm going to defend my guy. JJ, you said he's not that good. He was amazing. JJ, you said he's not that good. Am I missing something? Who's JJ? Niche fan, we'd have Hakimi, Bellingham, Mbappe, etc., etc. Can't even sign Watkins now. I know, it's insane. We'd struggle to get Ollie Watkins in. Absolutely, that's actually quite accurate, to be fair. Oh, JJ Okocha. Ah, right. Well, I mean, JJ Okocha, did I say he was not that good? Did I? I don't know. I can't remember, to be honest. But, I mean, he was interesting to watch. He was fun to watch, but he wasn't exactly a world beater. You know, he wasn't smashing it up at Real Madrid, winning Champions League. So, but he was entertaining to watch. See, that's the thing. That's the thing, right? You know, how do you classify footballers? Do you classify them as with effectiveness on the pitch, or do you classify them in terms of how entertaining they are to watch, or both? Personally, I classify both. Now, JJ Okocha was entertaining to watch, but he wasn't exactly a world beater. You know, he was good for Bolton or whoever else he played for. Fair enough, but he wasn't playing for Real Madrid or Man United or any of the big boys. And like Ronaldinho was both. He was incredibly effective and he was entertaining to watch. Adel Tarabt, great to watch, but he was rubbish. Absolutely rubbish. You know, but he was entertaining to watch. So it swings and roundabouts, really. Bang bang, the statistic you read out is irrelevant because it doesn't take into account that Ronaldo wasn't a goal scorer in the first part of his career and was a flying winger. Irrelevant. Well, like you could say the same for Lionel Messi. Lionel Messi was the same. They used to call him an impish winger before he started scoring goals. So it's the same thing. Ronaldo moved from the left to come into the centre. Messi moved from the right to come into the centre. So same thing, pal. And I will never back down. I'm sure you won't, bang bang. I hope you don't, mate. And how about this stat? For a stat, CR7 completed as much dribbles as a young player for United than Messi did in his prime. Well, it doesn't matter because Lionel Messi got more goal involvements. So I think that's more impressive than dribbles. I will fight to the death for this, for CR7. Well, I will fight to the death for Messi. Bang, bang. Niche fan, can the fans demand a sale to Qatar? I can't stand this dross we have to put up with. I think we're just going to have to grin and bear it, mate. There's nothing we can do. I mean, the fans have been protesting for the better part of, 20 years? Since 2005. So, nothing's happened. So, I think we're stuck, mate. Bang, bang. And then there's a CR7. What scoring goals that was getting Real Madrid through and winning them. The Champions League, while Messi didn't score past the group phase for about 5 seasons. Yeah, but I think he's made up for it, though. You might have had a little bit of a drought at one point, but he's still done quite well. You're making it sound like Messi should have been playing for Bolton Wanderers or something like that. Don't care about Messi's irrelevant group phase goals against teams like Shakhtar. Donetsk and his reeked World Cup. Yeah, but remember, the thing is with Lionel Messi, he always got criticised for very specific things, and then he always proved people wrong. So I remember, I think the first thing that he was criticised for was he'd never scored against an English team, right? So that was the thing that was going around. And then what happened? He bagged 5 against Arsenal. And then there was another one. Or he doesn't score any headed goals, something like that. So then what does he do? In the Champions League final in 2009, right? Not only does he score a headed goal, but he scores a headed goal against the reigning world and European champions, but also the greatest defenders two of the greatest defenders in Manchester United's history, who were twice the size of him, but also against a defensive partnership that still to this day has the world record for most minutes without conceding a goal in world football. And Lionel Messi, being all 3'2" of him, leaped up like a salmon and just headed that ball into the net to make it 2-0. So that was another thing that he did, you know. And then what was the other thing? Even though he'd already won the Olympics, there was always that thing. Oh well, he's never won. He's never done it in international football for Argentina. And it's like, okay, hold my beer. I'm not saying he drinks beer. Maybe he does. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know. But the point is, it's an expression, and that's what he was criticised for. So what does he do? He goes out and wins the Copa America, and then what was it? But you've got to win the World Cup. But if you're going to be the best ever, you've got to win the World Cup. And it's like, well, okay, watch this. What does he do? He goes and wins the World Cup. So Lionel Messi is the man. He's the man. He's the best. And yes, Niche fan, Messi is the best ever. But Bang Bang's back again. He's not having it. I believe football is best that's spread from the heart. A player like R10, Ronaldinho, disembodies football. Disembodies football? Or do you mean embodies football? Ronaldo was playing in a more physical league, getting kicked a lot more. Yeah, well, maybe Messi didn't get kicked as much because they couldn't catch him. But I'm a Man United fan and I'm sticking up for Lionel Messi because I tell the brutal truth. That is my moniker on this Manchester United fan channel. Even though Cristiano Ronaldo is an absolute Manchester United legend, a legend, I have to go with Messi because the logic I've got to apply logic to this argument. Lionel Messi is the best ever. Niche fan, well, you've mentioned a player's name there, and I have struggled to pronounce this guy's name, even though he's world class and he's kind of broken onto the scene now. He's just won the Champions League. He plays for PSG, and it's Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. I think that's it. Big D's a classically trained actor. I have studied and performed William Shakespeare, right? And I can't say that poor lad's name. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia. I think that's it. I think it is. Bang Bang. Hang on. Kvicha Kvaratskhelia, Wayne Rooney, Messi, Ultimate Strike Force. Aye. Not bad, that. I might create that on eFootball at one point. Bang Bang and Ronaldo started playing football before Messi did. Only because he's 2 years older. Each fan, I dream of Messi having been in a United shirt. Yeah, that would have been nice, but it was never, ever, ever going to happen, unfortunately. So I've had to buy a couple of Inter Miami shirts, and they're quite nice, quite comfortable as well. But yeah. Do you know what? I've done it again, haven't I? I said it was only going to be about 10 or 20 minutes. But we're on 56 minutes. I even surprised myself at how much I can talk. It's no wonder I got detentions at school. People tried to slap me around. And, hey, I just don't shut up, do I? But do you know what? It's all because of my loyal fan base. You're asking good questions. Bang Bang, Niche fan, big shout out. Lee Stewart, nice bloke. Famous number 7, Anne. And there's another Lee as well. Where's he at? Lee Hembra as well. Asking good questions, and that's what I like. But anyway, the Big D needs to go. I'll answer this last question. What was my favourite acting role? That's a good question. I'm in a film on Disney Plus called Lost in London Live. I play a homeless guy. It's right in the middle of the film where I beat up Woody Harrelson with a fake leg. It's really cool. Have a look. But on that note, the Big D thanks all of his viewers. It's been a pleasure talking to you, as always. I don't know when I'm going to stream again. I didn't even think I was going to be streaming tonight, but I decided to. And maybe I'll stream tomorrow. Maybe it'll be next week. We shall see. We'll see what happens with United over the weekend. And then hopefully we can get rid of some players and we can buy some more players that will suit Ruben Amorim's system. And then, we've got Arsenal in a couple of weeks, haven't we? Yeah, the season starts in a couple of weeks. Yeah. The Big D is thinking about doing a live watch-along. So watch out for that. But check out the Big D's TikTok. Check out his Insta. Check out my back catalogue. I've got some cracking little videos where I commentate on clips from the overlap, Roy Keane making rants and all kinds of good stuff. And check out the Ronaldinho video that I made, I think it was about 12 months ago. But it's really fun, and it's about how he nearly signed for Manchester United. But the Big D wants to love you and he wants to leave you. And the Big D will see you as